Hi, I'm Jody, and I'm interviewing my friends because I think they're the best people in the world. All right, today's friend I met in, well, God, was it ninth or 10th grade that we met?
Ninth,
Ninth grade?
probably eighth going into ninth, right when we were like starting to transition into the high school.
So that would have been 30 years ago. No,
That
actually 34 years ago. I just
that
forgot how
sucks.
old I was.
That sucks.
34 years ago we met, and I will say, this is my opinion, we bonded over a few things. One was performance, musical theater, music in general, and toxic boys. Instantly, like at
And it's
that.
still happening after 34 years.
Kind of. All right, so
Mhm.
tell everybody your name
Tanya, you've seen it.
and where are you located?
Currently located in Southern California, Laguna Niguel specifically, but very recently as I lived in Laguna Beach, California for 23 years.
Yes, I know, because you left us here on the East Coast and went to the Sunshine.
You're
uh,
welcome.
mhm. So, what do you do for a living?
I mean, that's kind of a loaded question these days. I do a lot of things. I don't even know what first and foremost is. I mean, I guess like the way I pay my bills is I'm a project manager for a web development company. I am also a writer. So I write for a lot of the local magazines, which I finally got to use that journalism degree. But I'm also a massage therapist, and I've been a massage therapist and Reiki master for 18 years. So um, that's what I'm kind of doing now.
A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So, what do you
Not cheap,
consider?
not cheap to live here.
What do you consider yourself to be an expert at?
I mean, I would say words. So the writing is definitely almost a no-brainer to me. So I guess that would consider that I'm probably an expert in that to a degree.
Mhm.
But I mean, I do so many things and I try so many things that hopefully I'm good at all of the things that I do. But I definitely words.
Yeah. Do you feel you had a spiritual awakening at one point, or do you think just from the gate, from birth, you had this knowing and these experiences and this gift?
So yeah, I would say from the gate, I always yeah had a spiritual side to me rather than a religious side or any kind of like belief system like that. It was more of a universal belief. And I've always been very intuitive, and my grandmother and my mom very much encouraged that at a young age. And I did put that all away for a while, going into college and just being in college and focusing on a lot of beer instead of a lot of self stuff.
Mhm.
And then going into corporate America and kind of shutting myself off from the more esoteric world that we live in.
So, you recently underwent some grief, and our beloved Calvin, your dear, beautiful puppy who I adored, the little white furry love muffin.
Nice
He
poster.
he had to take a little trip over the Rainbow Bridge. Um, and I know it's hard because it's still kind of fresh, but grief is something that I think so many people deal with. And you having this connection to your spiritual side, I'm wondering how you deal with grief personally.
I mean, my first inclination is to say I don't know because I don't think I've ever had to. I've grieved many friends and family members and all that, and it's always awful to grieve all of the people that I've left. But this was a different connection and one that I didn't expect to hit me this hard. Um, so how am I dealing with it? I'm not really doing well,
Mhm.
but I'm trying. I mean, I know that luckily I have a good circle of friends. I do try to get the hell out of, my head more often than not. I am meditating. I saw a pet medium. I mean,
Well, what
I
did
don't
the
know.
pet medium say? Well, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't.
No.
Sorry. Yeah. Um, he was there. I mean, she definitely said things that she wouldn't have known. Um, he was mad because I wasn't remembering that he is with me always. And I, just because he's not here physically and all that kind of stuff.
Alvin still experienced such a full life, even when
Oh yeah, I guess I carried him in September last year when I saw you.
he
Yeah.
did all through San Diego.
Yeah. He loved that little bag. It was heartbreaking for me to have to give that little bag back actually recently.
Or how are you working towards healing yourself coming out of this?
I mean, I guess I like to think I'm pretty self-aware, and I knew that I was immediately derailed. I mean, I was derailed when I had to move, and I was super derailed when he died.
Mhm.
And I mean, this is not healing. I went on some benders for a couple weeks and did a bunch of things that you shouldn't do.
I saw the
And
text messages. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I also know that I should be probably talking to somebody. So I have a therapist now. I mean, I'm making sure I'm going back to meditating every night, and I'm, just
I'm curious what the best piece of advice you ever got is.
I mean, I was thinking about that earlier. I don't there's so many,
Mhm.
but I don't know why this one keeps just going through my head. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
And I do try to follow that. Every once in a while, I'm like, I've had enough. But generally speaking, like if I don't have anything nice to say, I really, 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 really try hard not to say anything at all.
I appreciate you taking time to talk to me because I know you have a lot going on and it's been quite the year. Uh, Actually, it's been quite the 34 years.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment, but like you're obviously one of my best friends and I appreciate you and love you lots. So thank you.